Hi Sparrows, welcome to the room. I am Valerie Miller of T.V.M, the Valerie Miller Double Fold. This very moment you have opportunity to change. Please come on into the room. We have a fabulous guest with us tonight. That will be Kayla Waters, our first pianist that's coming to join us in the room. So by all means, come on in. Let's get started. And tell me, how has your day been? I'm going to go ahead and prepare for Kayla. It is Matters of the Heart, Monday. Hello, Ray. Welcome in. And congratulations on a job well done with that graduate over the weekend. I'm so proud of you and Sharon. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So come on in. Let me know how your Monday has been. Mine has been fabulous. It rolls on rather quickly. And here it is. It's 7 o'clock again on Monday. So hopefully you've had a great week. And we should be getting started here rather soon. I told Kayla to come on around 7:05 just so we can have a little bit of a chat in the meantime. And of course, every conversation that comes to you on Monday nights come from, here it is, How I Became Fabulous and a Lady All the Time. And we're coming from chapter 11 tonight. We're all sparrows. That's what I talked about, us all being sparrows. And at the same time, topic tonight is surrounding consciousness and faith and how it gets us where we're going in our lives. So it's perfect alignment to have conversation with Kayla because she's a pianist and she writes from her heart and she says a worshiper's heart. And we're going to delve a little bit deeper with her when it comes to her talking about her music, how she's become who she is, the whole nine. So, how about you guys? Are you in perfect alignment with what you're supposed to be doing in your life? Are you? Tell me about that. Tell me. Hi, Celestis. How are you tonight? How are you tonight? Welcome into the room. It's going to be so much fun. Every week I get more and more excited about the guests that comes onto the show. And I'll tell you this, tonight's a juicy. I don't think we've spoken at all from chapter 11. And looking at who we are and how we get to where we are. And sometimes all we have to do is listen to our spirit and it tells us exactly what we're supposed to be doing in our lives. Totally amazing. Funny thing is, I've been doing so many different types of jobs over my life, and if you looked at my resume, it's very diverse. And it's not because I chose an industry per se to make a career of. I didn't do that. I chose career paths of all the things that I absolutely loved, that I enjoyed doing. Therefore, I took something away from each space, and guess what? I end up where I am right now, being an entrepreneur, being an author, being your conscious lifestyle strategist. And that's all coming from listening to my spirit, aligning with that thing that I know I absolutely love, and it makes all the difference in the world. Welcome to the room, Elsie, Sandy, come on in. Thank you so much for jumping in with me tonight. Kayla should be on rather shortly. Like I said, I'm beyond thrilled to have her on tonight. Indeed. A lot of people ask me about sparrows and why I've chosen sparrows as something so endearing to share or call other people. Well, I'm a sparrow myself. And I have always resonated with birds, sparrows, nature, anything that we can't do on our own. and just the sound of the birds. I always love that. And so coming from a Bible study with my dad as a young girl, that's where Sparrows came about. And I've just always been so in love with the sparrow and the sentiment of what sparrows are, how strong they are, how big they are when it comes to family and engagement and trusting God for everything, you know. So if the animals can be dependent, I can. So that's surrounding the topic for tonight. And Kayla is in the room and should pop in right now.
Hey,
Hi, Kayla.
hey.
How are you, dear?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fabulous. Thank you so much. And I'm going
Good.
to say we appreciate you taking time to come in and spend with us tonight.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here.
Yes. So thrilled. So thrilled. So I just gave the Sparrows an overview of what we're going to be talking about,
Okay.
consciousness and faith, and how faith has led us to where we are today.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And you have a great story. I already know it. And looking forward to hearing more about it. So
Yeah.
why don't you introduce yourself? I'm just basically saying you are the pianist of all times, and I'm just not exaggerating when I say that. I am very selective of the music that I listen to.
Yeah.
And when I heard yours, it was that thing.
Right.
I knew it was that thing. And I could tell it was more to the woman behind the keys
Yeah.
than in
Yeah.
front of the camera.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Kayla Waters. I am a woman of God. I am a music lover, artist, pianist, composer, music director, and I just love doing what I do. I believe that it's my purpose to spread love and light through music and the music that God gives me. And it's just been a blessing to be on this journey for the number of years that I've been doing this. You know, I've been playing all my life, and, you know, I've been a recording artist just for 2 years officially. And, you know, my career
Amazing.
has just skyrocketed in just 2 years, and, you know, with 2 releases. So I'm just excited to see where I'm going to go, and I'm proud of my progress thus far. Hey, Dad.
He's
Okay.
here. Well, since you now shout out, hey, Dad, you let the cat out of the bag. Kim
Yes.
Waters is your father. I was so blown away. Never connected the dots with that. Like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, Kim Waters, the phenomenal
Yeah.
Kim Waters, the saxophonist of all times. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh my gosh.
I
What is that
know.
like having such a father?
You know, growing up, my twin sister and I, we always viewed Dad as just Dad. You know, it's just he was an excellent dad. You know, we just learned so much from him through the years, and we got to see him on tour and went to concerts, sound checks, rehearsals, and,
Yes.
you know, now I'm sharing the same stage as him, which is so incredible. So we love our dad so much. He's awesome.
And he is.
Yes.
And he is. And I saw on your bio, you sent me some information where the two of you were playing together. And that was just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy just
oh,
sharing the stage with him now. We're playing my stuff and playing his stuff, and it's just a blessing.
awesome. You can't
Yes.
get anything greater than that. And it's a
Yeah.
gift. You know, you were born with such a person in your life.
Yeah.
You get to see the industry from a whole different view than
Mm,
the average person. So you
right.
grew up
Right.
with that.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
So
That's
was it
been.
a normal experience it would be normal for you per se, but looking at someone who does not have that privilege, what would you say to the person to give
Hmm.
them a glimpse of what your world looked like? Because you said you've had 2 EPs to
Right.
release,
Right.
both phenomenal. And I'm
Right.
telling you,
Right. Thank
Zephyr,
you.
I'm snapping on Zephyr.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Well, you know, it has been a blessing again having a father who's in the music industry. He's definitely dropped a
Yes.
lot of nuggets of wisdom, and, He's poured into me, and he's supported me, and he's given me a lot of encouragement through the years. And so I learned a lot from him, how to perform, stage presence,
Right.
talking points, even how to produce a record that people are going to enjoy, and how to put your heart into
Yes.
something. So
Yes.
I learned so much from him. But this world is a different world. It's music, so it involves a lot of the creative arts, the creative side of you. So it's different every week. It's never the same. What you're doing one week, you're not going to be doing the next week. So you just got to be prepared for the up and up.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It's the intimate beauty of it. And that's why one of the reasons I created this platform, I was led to do it.
Yeah.
Pushing the whole way, not wanting to do it.
Right.
However, obedient. I did it anyway.
Right.
Because of the simple fact I love music so much. I write to music. I do everything to music. And with that being said, releasing my book, How I Became Fabulous and a Lady All the Time, it was the healing that took place while writing and listening to specific pieces of music. And having that brought to my realization, and where it comes to creating this platform, music is healing.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's healing.
Yeah.
It is. And it takes, we all have different genres of music that we resonate with. Or just being a little bit diverse. Because I know it's no one particular music.
Right.
I don't care who the artist is. If I love it, I love it.
Right.
That's simple.
Yeah.
So keeping that in mind, and then writing at the same time, it's a double healing.
Yeah.
It's healing.
Yeah.
And realizing me writing the words in my book to speak on whatever the topic was, because I write from memoirs, my life experiences. Same could be for you. Lyrics, literature.
Right.
It's all about sharing that love, being that person to reach out to the world, the sparrows of the world, and where that comes from.
Yeah.
So that's where this whole marriage came from.
Wow.
You see?
Wow. I get it.
That's the juicy conversations.
Yes.
Because taking our different views, our different experiences, and bringing them together to heal hearts. Matters of the Heart Monday.
Right. You're doing I'm doing music, and you're writing, and it's just all healing, and it's all encouraging people and inspiring people. So it's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
Yes.
So it's a privilege to have you on with us tonight.
Yes.
And I can't wait to get underneath to see who is Kayla. Yeah. So with that, you've already let the cat out of the bag about who your dad is.
Yeah.
And welcome to the room, Mr. Waters. Welcome in.
Welcome in.
So, welcome in here, because this is where all the juice takes place. And when I say juice, it's all about inspiring, it's encouraging, it's showing love, it's about being authentic and sharing our stories to help other people.
Yes, Dana's my stepmom. She's in the room too.
Hi, Dana. Welcome in.
I see everybody joining in.
Isn't that great?
I love it.
That's what support looks like.
Yes.
It is, and it's so well deserving. And I say congratulations on, holding for 4 weeks at #1 on the billboards. That was hot.
Wow, that was a blessing, a huge blessing. And it hit #1 on my birthday last year.
What better day?
Oh,
what
crazy
day. What was the elation? What did you feel like on your birthday? You hit #1 and held it for 4 weeks.
Well, I got to tell you, a couple of weeks prior to that, it had been sitting at #2 for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And I was like, man, I don't know what the holdup is, but you always got to learn and trust God's timing. So I believe that he bumped it up. He bumped it up for me on my special day. And, his timing is just bar none. And then after it hit on that day, it just continued to rain for 4 more weeks after that. So it was a crazy feeling just to, 4 weeks my second single ever. My first single was #1 for 1 week, but then the
Right.
follow up with another major achievement to be at #1 again for 4 weeks, and to know that I wrote and produced that song. That was
Girl.
really special, to know that no one else wrote it for me, but that it came
Right.
from a special place. It came from my
Right.
heart, and it did what it needed to do. The message got out there. Even the music video was highly successful. So it just
Right.
felt good to have my sound out there, my God-given sound.
God-given sounds.
Yeah.
And it is. It's a feeling that is hard to describe.
Yeah.
That level of elation, because my book released on my birthday also.
Oh, wow.
February 17, 2017. So all the 217s and the power behind that, you know. So it's like the ultimate birthday gift. And behind what the book was about, you know, it made it that much more special.
Right.
And with that, you're saying your lyrics, your song, everything is what you produce and nobody else did for you.
Right.
That was the same here. I couldn't get help on the book. God said, you will self-publish it. You're going to do it the way I tell you to do it.
Yep.
And it will release on your birthday. And lo and behold, it did.
That's how he does stuff.
It did.
He gives clear instruction. He gives clear direction. And when we're obedient, you see the results. Just come on in, and the rewards.
Exactly. Because we can deny it or we can embrace it. And that's the whole point of topic tonight, consciousness and faith, and how it leads us on our paths in life. It's that free will thing. You can do what's necessary to get there, or you can take the instructions and do it verbatim to get the ultimate surprise of your life.
Right. Right. I preferred the later. What you just said.
Yes, I am with you wholehearted on that, because, man, he's all that.
Yes, he is. And when you follow his plan, everything just lines up, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And another thing that I noticed that stood out.
Yeah.
Being a writer, I love quotes. I share quotes all the time. However, when he starts giving you your own quotes and things like that, and you start using them, and then you hear other people reciting them, you know, in your books or things that you write on your timeline, it's just you being caring and giving, right?
Right.
What I noticed about you on your website, how you have a quote on every page. I took notice of that.
Yes. Yes.
I took notice of that.
Yes. Yes.
Please share. Tell me more about that. I know how it is for me, because it's spilling straight from the heart, how I'm feeling at the time.
Yeah.
And at the end of every broadcast, I always say, love without conditions, always possess a positive attitude, and soar in all you do. That's staple. That's end of story. It's been my life's quote. That's who I am.
Yeah.
So to share that, and then I noticed that about you. Please tell me, where did that come from?
Well, you know, I just feel as an artist, it's important for people to know who I am, and for people to understand, you know, my calling and my purpose, and just even, you know, the visitors that will check out my website. I want them to get a feel and sense for who I am. And a lot of artists don't have that sense of originality anymore. It's plastic, it's forced. They're being who their record labels tell them to be, and they don't have a sense of self. And so I know who I am. I have a great sense of individuality, and, you know, I'm a worshiper. I think you had put it on one of your Facebook posts. I'm a contemporary jazz artist, but I write music written from a worshiper's heart. And so, you know, my music, it's jazz, but it uplifts God, which is so creative. You don't see a lot of jazz artists doing that. So I think that God even gave me that creativity to fuse the two together. And it's just an amazing, it's an amazing thing. So I just always want people to know who I am. And I'm not afraid to share that, you know?
That's the beautiful part of it.
Yeah.
Not being afraid and honoring him, because you know where it comes from. I know where it comes from. And when you can be your authentic self, I mean, within itself, the I am. I am is God. He gives us everything we need to be successful in life. Your success and my success is completely unique and
Exactly.
specific for us.
Yes, it is.
Therefore, when we answer the call, that's the thing, answering it.
You got to answer it.
Answer it.
Yeah.
Goodness, answer it. Because if you don't, you're living a life that's not authentic.
Right.
You're following somebody else's protocol.
Right.
And that's why you're sick. That's why you're not happy. That's why all these things are happening.
Right.
Because you haven't accept who you are as an individual.
Right. Exactly. Absolutely. You got to know who you are. And I'm just grateful that I have a relationship, you know, that I started my relationship early, you know, and even I'll be 29 this year, but the past few years I've really grown deeper in my relationship with God and building a firm foundation with him. And, you know, I think that's the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because nothing can detour me or distract me or pull me away from the calling that's on my life. And yeah, it's amazing.
The ultimate gift.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a relationship, Sparrows, please get one.
He's available. He's open to everyone, I tell you.
24 hours. He is wide open, just waiting on you. My gosh. Yeah. So is that easy? The relationship of all relationships starts with him, your higher power, your creator. He is your manual of everything.
Right. Right. It's not always easy. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's not always easy. But you gotta be steadfast with it. You gotta be consistent, and even if you fall off track, like he's been working with me on intimacy. He's been working with me on being more intimate with him, you know, because if you can be intimate with him, you can be intimate with other people. If you can love on God, you can love other people. So he's challenging me to, you know, put my all into him first, and everything else will follow. You know?
Exactly. Because we are second to him. Second. Right. And knowing the tier, then you are already a step ahead. Because looking at that for what it is, I've said it a million times. The Sparrows know about it. I write about it. I talk about it. Isolation Island. I put myself on Isolation Island because that's where I get my food. That's where I get clarity. That's where I get my personal alignment with him without disruption. That's where I am. My time is spent with him in order to know what my day-to-day looks like, to know how I'm supposed to deal with certain types of relationships, who's in my life, who shouldn't be in my life, dealing with those emotions, those feelings, because we can be in flesh, and then here we are dealing with that, accepting those things, or we can let that go. That's a fade to black situation, to where, no, I know this isn't going to happen in my life, and I don't care if you have to go. Because it's about him first.
Right. It's
Isolation Island.
Yeah.
So what do you do when you need that alignment, when you need that recharge and reset?
Yeah.
How do you go about that?
Same thing. I mean, I cut distractions. Anything that's going to deter me or distract me from, well, period. Just if anything is going to distract me from pursuing my relationship with God or pursuing purity or pursuing holiness, I've got to cut it because it's going to kill my inner spirit man. You definitely got to get in a place of silence, because when you have a lot of noise, it's hard to hear, you know. So I'm being more intentional about spending quality time with God, especially in the mornings. You know, I think it's important for me, especially to start my day off with him. See what he wants me to do for the day. You know, I have my set to-do list, but I ask him, you know, what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go? Is there anyone that you want me to send a text to bless, or who can I pray for today? So it's even setting your side of self, setting your own intentions aside, and really letting God have complete and total reign over you. So I'm the same as you. I get into a place of silence. I get my word. I get my worship on, get my prayer on, and, you know, it may be a couple of days, it may be a week, you know, and I'll just, you know, keep it close. Even kind of social media sometimes. That's a big one too. Like if I really need to lock in, sometimes it's not getting on Facebook or not getting on Instagram, because that's going to distract me from how God wants to speak to me in that moment. So it's
Right.
just important to cut those distractions and know when to lock in and know when God is trying to speak to you.
Honey,
Yeah.
that is facts.
Yeah.
It is facts. And it's so rejuvenating to have the energy, the strength to say, okay, I'm going to turn the phone off.
Right.
I'm going to step away from Facebook. I'm going to step away. Now, with what I do, it's social media. However, on yesterday, my instruction was no social media, really. I couldn't turn my computer on. Now, it
Yeah.
might have been a thing or two that I post from my phone, but it was a periodic thing. But I knew every time I get that, something juicy is about to come in.
Right.
Something juicy is happening.
You know.
Something juicy is happening.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
You know that God's
I
getting
get
ready to move.
excited.
Yeah.
He's moving,
Yeah.
he's shifting, he's orchestrating.
Right.
And it took a lot of effort, a lot for me not to turn that computer on. Like I said, it was a couple of things that I knew to prepare for today. With you, I put some stuff up. Text a song. I put a song or something on the timeline.
Yeah.
Okay, Sparrows, we've got Kayla Waters coming tomorrow to the room, XYZ.
Right.
That was easy.
Right.
But normally I'm so driven. I can spend countless hours.
Right.
But it's the thing that I love to do.
Right.
I'm writing.
Right.
I'm pulling up content for gratitude time. You know, that's something every day when I completely come to a screeching halt at 2:00 every day at 2:00. That's my time with him. I can be talking to you. I can be talking to somebody else in the presence of whomever. Okay, the birds are chirping. It's 2:00. What are you grateful for? I'm quick to do that because I've done it countless years. I can't even tell you how long I've been doing that. And it's something that other people over time have started picking up. Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Because if you don't have time, life is chaotic. You're busy.
Right.
If you don't take the time to spend it with your source, how are you going to be restored?
Right. Yeah. You need direction.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
So looking at it from that standpoint, 2:00 screeching halt. And so now, as of today, from yesterday's awakening, from 2 to 3:00. It's going to have to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to lock in.
That's restoration time.
Yeah.
And doing those things, I tend to grow. And the more I grow, the more I can share.
Yeah.
The more I can be a blessing to someone.
Right.
And available, cohesive to receive from other people as well. You know, that's where the juice comes.
Right.
Now, you mentioned you have a twin.
I do. My twin, Kimberly. She's my heart. I love her so much.
Oh, twins.
Yes.
Is she in music?
Well, she's not currently in music, but she has an ear for music. And she played French horn when we were younger. But she does fashion and makeup. So we're both artists.
Creatives.
Yeah. Very, very creative, very passionate, very loving people.
I love that. So shout out to you, Kimberly.
Yay, go Kimmy! Kimmy!
Shout out to you. Twins. Well, since she has an ear for music, have you been working on things together, or is that something that you've thought about doing?
Well, she has an ear for music as in, say we're listening to something, or, you know, I'm a musician, so my dad and I talk like this. If we hear something cool on the radio, I'll turn to my dad and say, Dad, did you hear that chord? Did you hear that drum beat? Or did you hear that bass line? But my sister, she'll get it too, even though she doesn't play. So she has that ear, I think, just being around myself and being around my dad. So she knows good music.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. It tends to speak to your spirit, you know, anytime you can do this and you say, oh, that's my jam. When you do that, it's touched you. Somehow.
Exactly.
It's touched you. You don't know what it is, but it's like, oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Every time I hear that.
Exactly.
Every time I hear that.
Yep.
And I'm taking it back to your video.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I did one of these. Who is this? And when I did that, because my body, when I completely engulf my entire body into something that I've heard, like, what's that?
You gotta, yeah,
And
I gotta
watching
find
that
out.
video, I had to
Mm-hmm.
find out, and here you are. That's how I am. Like, okay, I'll put it in my mind. Okay, she
Wow.
is somebody. I'm going to follow her. I'm going to see what's going on with her because I want to know the person behind. There's so many artists out here. You see the forefront of them, of what they do. I,
Mm-hmm.
being the author, like interested in the individual.
Mm.
I want to know who is the person per se.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I want to know. Not what you do, but
Right.
who are you?
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
the truth of the matter.
Mm.
And when I saw that, and you were writing fear, you were writing all of this doubt,
Mm.
you were writing all of this out coming from First Timothy.
Right. Right. Oh,
Okay.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, even that storyboard concept of the music video. I mean, that was real. Those are things that I have personally dealt with: fear, or am I going to be good enough? Doubt.
Right.
You know, are people going to like my music? You know, am I going to reach my purpose? You know, all those things, which are things that people deal with every day.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
intentionally wrote those out, and after that, I wrote scriptures to negate those words. And then in the middle of the video, I held those words up as a sign of recognizing, okay, I'm dealing with this, but then I released it
Yes.
because
Yes.
I'm freeing myself of that. And I'm freeing myself of that because I've studied the word, because God has shown me who I
Yes.
am, you know? And
Uh-huh.
so it's just a blessing to be able to have the boldness to put that in a music video. You know, a lot of people, they don't
So
want to talk
fabulous.
about God. They don't want to talk about who they are in Christ. They want to talk about things of the world and, you know, things that please the flesh. But I'm interested in talking about
Right.
things that heal our spirits,
Right.
things that encourage
Right.
us and nurture us. And so it's amazing.
It is amazing. And you hit some very valid points when sharing your testimony on that, because there is a lot of doubt
Mm-hmm.
that can enter our minds, and it can really deteriorate your purpose if you're not
Mm.
careful and
Right.
catch it when it happens.
Mm.
And to say I am and not really being sure, you know, you've been instructed this, but how do I go about doing this and doing it in a way to be received? However, most people judge quickly.
Right.
Not that we should care about that, but everyone isn't as bold to step out on the forefront of the stage and say, here I am. This is what I do. This is
Right.
how I'm doing it. You can like it or leave it. However, undercover, you know, you're just like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh
Yeah.
my goodness, oh my goodness. Did
Yeah.
I do that or should I
Right.
have? But I
Right.
applaud you on it
Yeah.
because of the simple fact it is bold,
Mm.
it's brave, and it's
Yeah.
fierce. And I'm
Mm.
using those three bullets because of the secondary book that I'm writing.
Oh,
And it
wow.
unlayers all of that with your
Mm.
identity. Who are you really?
Mm.
Are you
Wow.
leading or are you following?
Wow.
Looking at that, you see? And
Yeah.
for the longest time, is coming to close with that manuscript.
Mm.
I thought for the longest time the title was I Am. And looking at it from an acronym standpoint, I accept me. It takes accepting ourselves
Wow.
to be
Ah.
able to be ourselves.
Mm.
The past of
Absolutely.
us, our present, and who we're becoming.
Mm.
Looking at that. So when God showed me that, of course, I automatically thought, oh, that's the title of the book.
Right.
Until last week. He said, no, ma'am. And nobody said that. You assumed that. I didn't tell you that. You know, and I said, well, what is it then, big brother? You need to share something, shine some light, you know. So, and then, you know, he did tell me.
Right.
He said, it is about acceptance. It is about identity, because I've
Mm.
used my name to tell this story,
Wow.
the letters of my name. So it takes power, it's meaning behind your name.
Oh my
So that's when you
God.
had that quote. I was like, this is perfect for us to talk about.
Yeah.
So looking at that, he clearly unveiled what that title of the book is, the new
Mm.
one. So that
Wow.
whole I am, I accept me, being brave, being bold, being
Mm.
fierce. It's a chapter in the book.
Right.
It's not the title
Mm.
of the book.
Ah,
That's all I'm
nice.
giving you, girl. That's all I'm giving you.
I love it. I
But
love it.
that's it. And referencing
Yeah.
sparrow and how deep the meaning of sparrow is. And for those
Yeah.
who are curious, just read Luke 12:6. It'll explain
Mm.
about the sparrow and how the sparrows depend on God and never worrying about anything. It's about family, it's about focus, it's about gathering, it's
Mhm.
love, it's commitment,
Right.
it's fighting, it's moving forward regardless of what
Right.
happens in life. And you take those detrimental moments and you turn them into beautiful paradises. That's what you
Right.
do, but you have to have the strength to do it,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. Yeah.
Girl, don't get me started.
I like those words you use, brave, fierce, and what was the other one?
Bold.
Bold. Yeah, those are
Yeah.
three words to explain kind of where I am. I wasn't always like this. A couple years ago,
No,
I
no.
wasn't stepping out. I wasn't being bold or unashamed.
Right.
But now
Right.
I'm just so confident in who I am. I have nothing to hold back.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I get it. And even how you mentioned, your name being tied into it. God's been dealing with me about the meaning of my name. And my name means purity.
Yeah.
And so he wants me
Yeah.
to be pure in order for me to continue to
Yes.
receive this music to heal other people, in order to live in my purpose and my destiny. I can't be out here
Right.
dirty and untainted, and I got to be pure and
Mm-mm.
pure as gold. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
it's the alignment.
Yeah.
It's being conscious. It's living the lifestyle of taking the initiative, being brave enough to be who you were born to be.
Mm.
And once we accept who we were born to be, it's easy to be authentic. It's
Mm.
easy to give up following other people. That's not your destiny.
Mm.
Your destiny is the person you were born to be. Those things that you do without effort, the things that make you smile, the things that you can do for others and don't even need payment for. You do it
Mm.
because you love it that much. So
Right.
those are indicators that you're on the right path in your life.
Right. Right.
That's what's happening. You can
Yeah.
choose it, or you can allow everyday chaos to come into your mind, and then you get caught up in that.
Mm.
And then you
Yeah.
start dismissing God so for the in crowd. Never that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never that. I will cut you off from me, Kayla. I will let you go, girl. Girl, bye. This one
Yeah.
for Smooches, child, because my number one is going to be
Mm-hmm.
God always. My
Right.
business, spiritual based. It is. I
Right.
believe in the principles of the Bible. I read
Mm.
mine. I
Right.
understand it. And I have to have scripture to verify everything that I do to make sure I'm not making the wrong decision,
Right.
even though things don't happen when we want them to.
Mm.
It can look very
Mm-hmm.
detrimental,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes it, and we get tested
Yeah.
at times, like, okay, are you going to endure this? Are you going to give it up and walk away,
Right.
or are you going to go through the fire? And I know I fool around a lot, and I tell my sister, I say, when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was in that fire, honey, and then Jesus was in there. I said it wasn't four, it was five. I was
Yeah.
the fifth. I said, girl, I was the fifth in there, because life tests you sometime, and it
Yes,
gets
it
really
does.
hot.
Yeah,
It gets hot.
it
Like, can you
does.
handle
And you
it?
can't give
So
up.
that's the boldness coming out.
That's the
That's
boldness.
bold
That's the
and
boldness.
brave. Like, okay, I can take it, bring it, keep it
Right.
coming, keep it
Yeah.
coming. Because guess who's going to walk through this on the other side?
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's that
Yeah.
intense. That's how serious I am. That's how confident I am with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's how serious I am. And I
Yeah.
could get that from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You may say two
Yeah.
EPs, but girl, it's a whole lot in you. It's a lot.
I know. Shoot. Well, that's how many songs? 23 songs out. I have 23 songs out. 2 albums, 23 songs, and
Yes.
um yeah, it's a blessing, and I'm already starting to write on my next one. I'm asking God, what's the next album going to be about? What do you want me to write about? Because he's
Right.
just he's just downloading it through me, and he
Exactly.
puts it out. I'm just a vessel, and he gives me the
Exactly.
music, and but it's a wonderful process. I really am enjoying what I'm doing, and I enjoy working for God. I
Mm-hmm.
always put that at the forefront, like you had mentioned, God being
Right.
the forefront of your business. And I even started my own production company this year. So
Awesome.
I want that to be laid down with godly principles,
Right.
clean image, the type of music that I'm going to be producing. I like doing things God's way. It's so much
It's the best
easier.
way.
It's less pushback. I mean, I've learned going the other way and what that feels like. And it's better to be obedient, and obedience draws.
Mm-hmm.
It draws other
It
people to
does.
God. It's
It does.
contagious, you know?
It does. And, kingdom business. That's what I call it. You're like, well, Valerie,
Yeah.
what is it? How did you even come up with this? Well, I didn't. I just
Right.
heard and he said, do this. I did that. That's
Yeah.
how easy it was. And it really took a lot of personal growth within
Mm,
myself. A lot of changes had to take place within myself first before I can sit before you and say anything. Because if I don't have proof in what I'm saying, that's not
mm,
authentic. That's not
right.
keeping it real. That's not being honest. It's not. And that's not something that I want to have attached to my name. And there are some others that say, well, why T.V.M, the Valerie Miller? What is that? And
Right.
as I said, God is first in my life. And if you look in Webster's dictionary, the very last description of what the means
Mm,
says God.
mm,
So the is God.
right.
So, with that being said, God, then Valerie Miller, the
God
Valerie
first.
Miller,
Right.
God first,
Mm-hmm.
you see? And
Mm-hmm.
then it's double fold. This very
Right.
moment, you have opportunity to change. It's up to
Right.
you. It's your choice to change if you want. If you're not
Right.
sure of who you are, if you're not sure of what your alignment is, if you're not sure what your call is in life, that's what I do. I introduce you to
Mm,
yourself. And I use scripture
mm.
to do it. All
Yeah.
conversations, you
Yeah.
see? So
Yeah.
it's those types of things. And it's curiosity to most.
Mm,
However, you're inquisitive enough to approach me in order for me to tell you what that
right.
is. It's not about self-centeredness at all, including with my book, How I Became Fabulous and a Lady All the Time.
Mm,
Fabulous isn't about self-centeredness. It's not about glitz or glam at all. It isn't.
mm,
That's not even who I am as a
mm,
person.
mm-hmm.
However, fabulous is how I became who I am through Christ, through all of the trials, through all of the losses of my children, all of these things that happened.
Mm,
But I can sit here, I can smile, I can look you in your eye, and
mm.
I can be honest about everything I've gone through to
Wow.
help you get through yours. You
Wow.
see?
Wow. Using your pain to be a part of somebody
Yeah.
else's healing, which is a
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful process. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
That's my purpose.
Yeah.
It's my purpose. So, and knowing that and accepting that, that's why it's easy for me to see you on iTunes and just be bold enough to reach out to you.
You did that. And I mean it just lined up with my spirit when I just knew. I was like, okay, the woman of God. So my spirit instantly bared witness with yours. I was like, okay, this is an easy opportunity. This spells,
Yes.
smells, looks like God, so why not? You know?
Yes. That's
So
what it's
yeah.
all about.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. Well, a lot of people follow, they're curious with the sparrows, with the juicy, with all of the fabulous, and misconstrue that for what
Mm,
society displays it to be.
mm,
However, that's just language. That's how I speak. I don't speak like everybody because I'm unique in my own right. I am who
right.
I am, accept it or not. It's okay. I'm not going to lose any sleep because you don't. However, I'm going to move forward.
That's right. Right. You gotta keep
I
it
tick
gotta keep it
tock.
moving. Yeah.
Tick tock like the clock, honey. It never stops. It never slows down. It's always going forward. And
That's right.
that's what life is.
Right.
Be
Always
free with
moving.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Always moving.
Right. Right.
So give us a glimpse into your upcoming things, your next release, tour dates, and all
Yeah.
of these things. That's where the juice
Yeah.
comes. Share
Okay.
some of it.
Okay, yeah. Well, I've been literally on tour all year. I'm so
Mm-hmm.
happy I'm home for 3 weeks. We've got a nice 3 week break. I
Great.
don't go back out until the end of June. I'm in North Carolina, Winston-Salem. I'm doing a summer jazz series there, headlining that event. And then I'm actually performing at home next month at the Lake Arbor
Mm-hmm.
Jazz Festival on July 12th and 13th. I'm going to be the same jazz festival with my dad. So we're closing the
Great.
festival out. So June and July are fairly open for me, which is really good. But after that, August 2nd through I think the second or third week of September, I'm on the road every week. So it's going to be a 8 week run for me. So I'm getting all my rest in now, and
Get it.
I'm getting it. I'm planning for my next album. I'm trying to, get back in the studio. After I release an album, I give myself like a good 5 to 6 month break because the production
Good.
process, the writing process is a lot that goes into it, and it's a lot of late
Yes.
hours, and so it takes that much time to kind of recover and to rejuvenate and to discern for the next project. So I'm kind of getting
Right.
glimpses about what I want to write about again. So I've already started working on some stuff, and I want to get my production company rolling, working with other artists and helping other people get
Right.
their sound out there. So
Right.
yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Really exciting. So exactly when are you going to be, if you have a date, just for Winston-Salem, because that's my neck of the woods, being in Charlotte,
Really? Oh, June 28th. June 28th.
June 28th.
June 28th.
That is nice.
The information's on my website. I'm
It is.
KaylaWaters.com. But June 28th, I'll be live in Winston-Salem, and I actually have 2 1-hour sets. So I'm going to be doing both material from both of my albums. So it's really going to be an intimate evening with me, and people are really going to see more than what I do in a normal show because I have a way more time.
That's
So
beautiful.
yeah, yeah,
An
yeah.
hour set. You can really do what you want in an hour's time.
Yes. Two 1-hour sets. So really
Two
2
1 hour
hours.
sets.
Yes. Yes.
Girl,
I
that's rare
know.
for most, you know. That
Yeah.
doesn't come along every day.
No, it doesn't. You get that 1 hour slot and they keep on moving.
We'll make
Yep.
the best of it. And I know what you have, prepared is going to be that.
Yeah.
I know it
Yeah.
is. I know it
Yes. I
is.
can't wait.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations on that. And I'll keep my
Thank
eyes
you.
open for it. And of course, you've
Yeah.
already shared your website. So, Sparrows,
Yes.
be sure to follow her.
Yes.
Follow her. Keep up with what's going on with Kayla from the website here on Facebook,
Right.
Instagram, because she's very diligent about posting and keeping you in the know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, tell one thing juicy that you haven't shared on social media, however, is very descriptive of who Kayla is. One thing.
One thing that is descriptive of who I am that I haven't
Mm-hmm.
shared on social media.
Yeah.
Um, I'm starting to kind of come out the box with this, but I think it's a new thing for, even my family and my friends to see, like, who I am as a woman of God. I don't think they fully know the
Yes.
fullness of who I am, like how I pray, how I worship at home, how I get on my face in the morning, and how I'm able to hear
Right.
from God. And I'm starting to reveal a little bit of that, and that comes with the boldness. But that's really
Yes.
something that I got the juice on. I got the juice at home,
Okay.
but I'm trying to put the juice out on social media little by little. But who God has created me to be is so powerful,
Right.
and I
Right.
really want to be that person 100% of the time.
Yes.
Sometimes I kind of
Yes.
hold it back. When I'm around family, they don't really get to see that side
Right.
of me all the time. But I want to be who I am at home more
Yes.
with my friends and my family, and just like you said, stepping out with boldness. So I'm working on getting that juice to come on out.
Okay. I'm going to give you a Cersei on that. I
Okay.
want to share.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and just say what the
Okay.
title of my book is. Okay.
All
Because you
right.
heard me talking about becoming and
Yeah.
who we are destined to be. Every person in this world, we are born with purpose,
Yeah.
right? And knowing that we have that purpose, we're always looking for that thing. It's something that we're all striving for. We're on a quest. We're looking for it. We follow our wind. It's what is it? What is it? We're always moving forward for that thing. What is it? What is it?
Right.
And it's basically at the end of the day, we're looking for ourselves.
Mm.
We're looking for ourselves because we don't know. We've made decisions in life. We've taken detours. We've
Right.
gotten off path, on path, off path,
Right.
on path. We know
Right.
what it is, haven't accepted it.
Right.
So you're at that place to where you're tiptoeing, almost like a double dutch. You're
Right.
back and forth.
Right.
Do I jump in now? Do I not?
What do I
Family
do?
know, but they're not sure. My
Yeah.
friends not quite.
Right.
You know, the minute you decide to accept wholehearted
Mm.
who you are, that preview God keeps showing you that you haven't just leapt in completely into yet.
Right.
Once you do that, then you will have the baptism of
Right.
Kayla.
Right.
You would do that. And then once you have that baptism of Kayla, and then you come back up, the title of my book is Sparrow Unleashed.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Unleashed. I am unleashed because I have accepted me.
Right. Right.
All of it.
All of it.
Everything.
All of it.
Everything.
Yeah.
Things past, things happening right now, and everything that's to come. I've accepted that, no matter what it looks like. So when you can get to that place, that's when the brave, the bold, and the fierce.
Yeah. Yeah. It all
It
comes
takes
out.
being fierce, to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to be brave and bold. And that may not look like the Kayla that they're used to
That's what it
being
is.
around.
That's what it is right there. It's
You're
not what they're
elevating.
used to. Yeah.
No, you've elevated to a higher echelon, and the only person who can get you there is God. So he is saying,
Right.
hey, baby, I'm waiting on you.
Come on
Whenever
up.
you're ready,
Right.
ascend. It's time.
Yes. Yes.
And it's
Yes,
going to happen on
exactly.
this very next album. I can't even wait to hear about it. You're going to call me. And you're
Yes,
going to say,
I
girl.
am. Guess what God gave me?
I'll say, child, I'm not surprised.
Yes, I can't wait.
But that's it. That's
Yep.
it. You're there, but don't worry about it. Just
Right.
step into it. Step into your forever.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Do that.
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
that. Girl, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Didn't I tell you? It's 7:52. I told you this hour was going to fly by.
Yeah, I
And
did.
most people say, well, Valerie, how long is the interview? And I say, well, first, it's not an interview. It's a conversation.
Right.
It's a difference between conversations and interviews. Conversations are, I'm welcoming you into my home. I'm welcoming you into my life to have conversation about yours.
Right.
It's that easy because you're surrounded with interviews all the time. And those are prepared questions that you are to practice and prepare for.
Right.
However, here, T.V.M. is unscripted.
I like
Whatever
that.
God decides for us to talk about is what we talk about. There's
Right.
no pressure. Just be free, be you, be fabulous. That's
Right.
it.
Right. It's more organic that way.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. See, it's like you're a baby sister.
Yeah. Exactly. Just having a conversation.
Having a conversation. Because if it was more people that were willing to say, okay, yes, I am a woman of God. But there are a lot of people out here who say they're believers but don't display it.
Right. Right. Or they're
Which
afraid.
means you're not authentic. You're afraid.
Yeah.
But you can't be of God and be afraid.
Right. You got to choose. It's either this left or right. Which one are you going to choose?
Exactly.
All or nothing.
That's it.
You know?
Period.
Yep.
That's a period after that. Because
exactly.
Be you, be fabulous. Sincerely.
Right.
There's no greater you than you yourself.
Right. And
Be that.
you can't be duplicated. Everyone
No.
is unique. Everyone's DNA is unique,
Right.
and
Right.
everybody's purpose is unique. You just got to tap in and know that you're unique and just walk in
Honey, bold,
it.
confident, and
That's
smiling.
right. Yes. Yes. I got the joy of the Lord. I'm always smiling.
Yes.
Always
Yes.
smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And keep
Yes, ma'am.
everybody else in suspense. Well, what is she smiling about? What is that?
Right. But like, why is she so happy all the time?
You can get
Yes.
some too if you had a relationship. I mean,
Right. You better go get in your prayer closet. Get your Bible. Take your Bible with you. Get your daily bread.
that's it. That's it. So it's just been a joy. I
Yes.
intentionally, let me tell you, Kayla, I take my glasses off
Yeah.
when I'm having these conversations because I don't want to be distracted by the comments. And I know they're probably, the sparrows are going nuts in the room because
Yes.
I focus on you. See, you can see it, but everything to me is a
It's
blur, honey.
blurry. I
It's
know.
a blur, and that is juice too because, mm-mm, mm-mm, no, I'm just focused on getting this conversation in. And then what we do at the end of the show, we'll go in and respond to the comments.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But before doing that, because you did tell me that you were going to share a little something, that you were
I
going to
am.
play
I'm all
a little
yes.
something,
I
a little
am.
something.
Yes, I am. Do you want me to do a full song or how many, what do you I can play. I prepared Zephyr. I got my little TV track. I can play that and I can play it on my grand piano here.
Do it. I want the whole
Let's
song.
do it. Okay. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to take my headphones off and then I'm going to come
Okay.
back once I finish playing. Okay.
Perfect.
1 second. Let me get my track going.
Okay. See what I'm saying, sparrows? You get so much juice here in the room at T.V.M. I love my guests. I love you. And I love the fact that you come in and share and engage every single week. You never know who you're going to get, what type of information that is going to be shared in the room that is going to change you to some level. You may come in one way, always leaving another. That's my goal. That's what I yearn for with every single engagement, every show. So, Kayla has a treat for us.
Here we go.
My favorite song. Yes. goodness.
Ah,
Girl,
I'm back.
Kayla. Oh my gosh. Girl, you have magic fingers.
Wow.
You have magic fingers. I was smiling so hard my face hurts
Oh,
because I sincerely, I'm not even kidding when I say that is my jam. That is one of my
yes.
favorite tracks. It
Thank
is.
you.
It's like it totally spoke to my spirit from the first
Mm.
time to now. And it's like, oh,
Wow. Wow. It's a beautiful song. It has a beautiful spirit to it. I mean, even the title, Zephyr, means the fresh wind of God.
yes.
So it's refreshing. It's restoring. It's just a new wave, new sound, you know?
Oh, it is. And that's why I say what I say about you. And going back to your quote, you know, a worshiping heart. A worshiping heart only produces the best of what God's gifts are within you coming out. And you express through your fingers. It's on the keys. And if you notice, I put that little note today on one of the blurbs I had for you about having 88 keys on the piano.
Yeah.
And how something so beautiful can only come from 88 keys, the black and whites.
Right. So many sounds, so many songs.
So many sounds. And Whittington still, she said that you brought a tear to her eye.
Oh,
That's what you did to her.
Wow. Wow.
It comes across. When I tell you you are one, you're there.
Yeah.
You get lost in it. And
Yes,
when
I
you can
do.
get lost in it, then that's your speak, that's your tone, that's your volume, that's your voice.
That's my voice. Yes,
that's
my
your voice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Wow.
Whoo, girl, that's how you end the show. And then the thing is, that was just a glimpse. A glimpse. So, Sparrows, my suggestion is to go to IamKaylaWaters.com. Pull it up. See where she's going to be coming near you. I'm pretty sure she's going to be somewhere near you. Make sure you catch one of those shows to have a full-on live engagement. So if you can have a tear brought to your eye, my heart just do to this every time. But if you can feel those emotions from a Facebook Live, you haven't even gotten the authentic sound when you're in the same space.
Yeah.
So when you do that, then you can say you've experienced Kayla Waters.
Yes. I hope many can experience. And you know, I was sharing this with someone, you know, what I'm doing publicly on stage is what I do at home privately. How they see me playing and performing, that's how I play right here at home.
Yes.
That's how I worship. That's how I, you know, feel when I'm playing by myself. So it's just a public spectacle of what I do right here in my space. Yeah.
Yes. And that's your boldness shining.
Yeah. Wow.
It's shining.
Thank you.
Yeah. I want you by 12 noon tomorrow to do something bold. Something bold.
I will.
I want you to do it. And the proof of it, you're going to have to live it and tag me in it so I can see it. I believe in putting you on the spot. I believe in it. I wouldn't say it if he didn't tell me to say it. So I'm just saying what's been,
Okay.
I'm serious. Tomorrow noon, Eastern time, you have to do something bold. Because once you do one thing bold, it's easy to be brave enough and fierce enough to do more. Yeah. And that's where you're going with your identity of your next step. Because you're right there. Like I said, you're almost double dutching it. You're like, do I, don't I? Do I, don't I? Do I, don't I?
Right.
I say, do it. And at noon tomorrow, I'm behind you. I'm as a big sister, pushed you. I just pushed you into it.
All right.
I pushed you into bold.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I'm serious.
I will.
I'll text you at 11:45. I'm just saying. I have a challenge-based spiritual business. That's what I do. I challenge you to push you to greater.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I push you to greater.
Yeah, I love it.
That's what I do. I can't help it.
Yeah.
If you say it, I'm holding you accountable.
Yeah. Oh, love it. Let's do
Okay?
it. Let's do it.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
Hey.
So it's all about you. It's all about Sparrows, everyone in the room. If you don't have music of Kayla's, be sure iTunes, Spotify, do whatever you have to do. Get the music, support her, give her the
Yes.
love, because she is that and some. To have 2 albums, 23 cuts, that's phenomenal for someone who's been out for 2 years. So
Yeah.
looking at that from 24 months, can you imagine how it's going to be in 5 years?
I can't imagine.
It's like that.
I can't imagine. I've exceeded my own expectations. I
Yeah.
see somebody put KC. He's at the Birchmere. He works at the Birchmere down here. He said, "Write a song called Something Bold."
I second that.
Just
I
might take
second
that.
that.
I just might do that.
Because when it happens, your spirit is going to notify you.
Right.
You may have tears. You may just be stumped and don't have any words. It's a feeling. But when you go over to that piano and then you start
Right.
expressing what you just received, because that's how it is when I write.
Mm-hmm.
I write sometimes and get so full, I have to stop what I'm doing and just cry a little. I have to cry, and then I thank God for what he just gave me.
Yeah. And it motivates you
You
to
know,
keep going into the next
it
little nugget,
does.
you know?
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Yeah.
So when you identify you, when you step into your identification,
and it's coming.
you'll know it.
The
You'll know
totality.
it.
The totality
Yes.
of my identity is coming very soon.
Yes.
Very soon. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're speaking all this over yourself. I'm
Yes,
just
I
going to push
am.
you over to the other side
Push me over the
because, I
edge.
mean, I'm that's what I do. It's all about leaping and just doing it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
That's
Because
right.
don't be someone who say, I wish I had. Just be that person, say, I'm glad I did.
All right, just do
I'm
it.
glad I did that. I'm glad I did
Exactly.
that. Because every time you accept it and say yes,
Right.
you just became somebody brand new.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's all I
Wow.
got, girl. That's all. Because we can keep going and going and going because I
Yeah.
love this. This is a
Yeah.
part of
Yeah.
what I do. And
Yeah.
it took time and effort to get here. I'm grateful for your presence in the
Thank
room
you.
tonight. I'm grateful
Yes.
for every sparrow that came and shared with us tonight. We will, after the broadcast, go in and respond to each and every comment. I promise. I promise. And Kayla,
Yeah.
tomorrow, 11:45, you're receiving a text. Because come high noon, you've got a bowls situation going on.
Okay, let's
Something
go.
bold. I don't know what it is. You'll know between now and then because he told me to tell you that.
Okay.
So
Let's do
you're
it.
up to noon
Okay.
Eastern.
Okay.
Okay.
That
All
sounds
right,
good.
sparrows. That's it. That's it. And like I said, we are all sparrows. We came from chapter 11. We are all sparrows and how I became fabulous and a lady all the time.
Mm.
Identify yourself. Have a quote that represents you wholeheartedly and be who you were born to be.
Amen.
And on that note, Kayla, is there anything you want to share before we close out?
Thank you, Valerie, for just this open, unorthodox conversation. It's rare that I get to talk like this. Like you said, it's not an interview, but I'm happy I got to share the core of me, which I don't, normally get to do all the time. So thank you for just this
Yes.
platform, and I'm just praying for your new release, and I'm thankful for everyone who listened, and I pray that it touched someone and blessed someone.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Perfectly stated.
Yes.
Perfectly stated. And on that note, as I always say, love without conditions. Always possess a positive attitude and soar in all you do. I love you, mean it. Smooches. Thank you, Kayla.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Ciao.